RPG is the full form of RPG is report program generator. Initially, we started with you know so report program generator. Its name is and but basically what name is there. It doesn't mean that only it's generate a report. In RPG, we can handle all business logic. It's a complete application programming. It handles from screen, database reports, and now advanced RPG has all rich features. Whichever you will find it, new advanced programs, programming languages. Like ILE has all advanced features, and if you go in ILE and module and procedure, that is like not exactly object oriented, but kind of things they have created, so that you can use the same thing entire in the entire application, or many programs can use all those things they have added. And RPG has a the way we write the code. We have two things: free format and fixed format. So first we will learn with a fixed format, because most of all programs are in fixed format. But only once we'll learn the very basic, and then our development we will do in free format only. So let me create one very basic RPG program, and one by one we will discuss what all things are there. F6. Template. Type will be RPG LE. When we came here, if you'll see here, a couple of things are there, right? So here I will write H and let me tell you what. This is called, this letter comes under a specification. This is called RPG specification. RPG specification has different types. First is H. H for header specification. After that we have a F. F for file specification. After file we have a D specification. D for data specification. After data we have a C specification. Yeah, the calculation specification. After calculation specification we have a P. Yeah, P for procedure. After procedure we have a two more: I for input specification and O for output specification. So total H, F, D, C, P, I, O. Total 7, right? Huh? Yeah. That. H, F, D, C. I mean H, F, D, C will be fixed. I can go above C. P can be within P. It will be D and C also can come. So earlier it was little different. Earlier when P was not there, then one L was also there, line counter. But in older RPG, but now L is not there. So earlier it was in that flow, but now uh, H F D will be in a flow. HFD. After that, I can jumble here and there. H for this is I am writing at sixth position. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Shift F7. Shift F7. If you will see down, okay, F9 to see. F19 to left, F20 to right. Getting right? Is that for aligning? No, no, shift left. I mean, if you wanted to see right side of this one, you are unable to see. So it's like bringing your this one. Here we in UI GUI we move na like here so like that. If you wanted to move left and right. Okay, just like Control F7 and Control F8. I mean to move to the right. Yeah. Now this 5 place basically this is unused for programming. I mean execution, but this will be for our usage. Like we write comments and all or modification tag and all those we write. Sixth place is specification. Seventh place, if I mark as a star, then this is a commented line. Line will get commented. If system will encounter a star at seventh place, it's a comment. I will tell you H specification. In H specification, like we write copyright thing. We write how program will compile, or all those related things. Default like binding that is couple of advanced things are there. So those things we define H spec. Basically, during compilation, if a specific option I am taking, so each time you will be taking a specific option and you are compiling. So instead of what I will say, I will mention here in HSpec. So just blindly, no need to remember. In HSpec it's there, so when you compile automatically, it will change the default setting and it will compile. Coming to FSpec. HSpec I will still discuss detail a little later. Coming to FSpec. FSpec is nothing but file specification. And H is, and if I have to write a comment like no, only seventh line star means comment. Okay, so file specification. Here I'll press F4, so you'll get all help. So it's saying file name. So suppose I have created a physical file. So physical file name is test pf. So test pf. So file name is here. Next is a file type. Which type of file? I for input, O for output, U for update, and C for combined. IOU will be used by uh, physical files or logical files. But C will be used by display files. So if I wanted to read only from database file, I will take I. If I wanted to only write into database file, I will take O. Like reports, printer files, we use in O. Because you cannot read from printer file, we only write into printer file. U for update and delete. U for update update file, but update and delete both will come. If you have mentioned you, then opcode delete and update will work.
Okay, so in O, that is write, doesn't have delete?
Delete no. Only write.
Okay. So if you want to delete anything from a database, we have to mention you.
You, yeah. So initially I am taking I for input. File designation. File, if you see, primary file, secondary file, probably you have seen in older things, but now usually we do not use all those things. Even the record address file also we do not use. T table file, this will be used during array, and F is fully procedural file. So all our physical file, display file is fully procedural file. Table array, I will show you example. When we will go for array, so that is called pre-runtime array. So I will show you. Huh?
The reason why we use F is because
This is
all
physical file, display file, print file, all fully procedural.
What about physical file?
Display file, all files which we are going to. Primary and secondary file, if you see options are there. Primary and secondary file, earlier primary and secondary file we were creating, like when system 38 and system 36 were there. But when this AS400 came, so now primary in the file. If I mention E, then it will say that the file need to be complete. You have to reach in the file, you have to read complete. But usually nobody uses this. File edition. If and I will leave it blank, then this will be only nothing. But if I make A, then it will be right. Now there is a confusion here. Already I have shown you that IOU here file type and here file edition. Now, if you wanted a file on which you wanted to add, edit, delete, read everything you wanted to do, then how will do? If you mention you here, then update and delete will be there, but write no, right? So here you have to mention A.
Update itself means write, right?
No. Update when I am saying, then okay. There are a couple of outputs are there. Read, write, delete, update. These RPG outputs are there. Keywords. So when I will mention I, then you can do a read only. Only read output will work. If I have to do a write, either O or in file edition, A has to be there. Edition A. For delete, you have to have U, and for update also you have to have U.
That is in file type.
Yeah, this will be applicable for
file type.
PF.
Okay.
AF and here file type, yeah. Right? But this is not same for this one. Display file. For display file, if read for everything, read, write, update, delete, you have to have C.
Okay.
File type. Fine. This is a file edition. Got it, right? So I am keeping this as a blank sequence. Whether you are going to fetch data in ascending order or descending order. If you will mention D, then it will be descending. By default, it will be blank, and that is ascending. File format. This will be externally described file or program described file. F for program described file, E for externally described file. Now if we see for display file, physical file, logical file, we create outside. I mean, we create a different display file type, right? We compile. If you go and see all the programs, there in a down only you will create a physical file or we create a display file or print file report. In RPG also. Program only we do. So if within RPG you are creating, then this will come as a F. If you are creating outside, then it will be E. But now nobody uses F. Only if old is there, then we maintain. Otherwise, E. So in our case, I'm going to take E. This record length will be used for program described file. So we are not going to use file limits. The record address file and this also we are not going to. This is all outdated. Length of key fields. This will be used in uh, record address file. So this is also you can I'm going to ignore. Record address type. Here we use this. If my file, physical file or logical file has a key field, then we mention here a key. If you are leaving this as a blank, then this will be read sequentially. If you will mention K, then it will read key.
Access level is
Hmm?
access level is a key.
What?
Key access level.
Access part. File organization. This will be T for index file, index content, program describe file. So this is also we are going to ignore it. Now this is the thing. Here device. Device is the important. If printer file, then I have to write a printer. If database file is there, I have to write disk. If display file is there, I have to write workstation. And these two special file and sequentially organized, we do not use. So and our is a display file, so I will say disk. So here I have declared a physical file which is input mode, fully procedural, external described file, external K for keyed and display database table. So I will write it here. In, input read only keyed sequence. All are externally described only usually. So I'm not writing externally described and fully procedural. Keyed and I and K. This is the main we are going. I will be focusing more.
Sorry, can you open that notepad?
Yeah.
Okay. In the notepad for file addition, if it is read, what is we have to give?
Read file type will be I. So you can read and A will be there. Then you can write.
No. File type I clearly understood. If it is read mode I am opening.
Then no file edition.
File addition nothing.
Okay.
If it is write,
then only.
then what about delete and update?
I will show you. In a minute you will understand. What I am going to do. So this will be read only keyed sequence.
Okay.
I will do. Remove this. So the read only arrival sequence. Arrival sequence. So this will be read only, and key I removed, so this will be arrival sequence, and key is there, then gate sequence. Okay. Now again I will copy this. CC for copy, that I think you know, right? Okay. Here what I am going to do, read and I will do write. Read and write operation can work. So here I have to put file edition as A. So file edition become A. So this can read, this file can do a read and it can go and write. But update delete this file cannot do. Getting?
Last repeat last line.
Okay. This is a database table.
Okay.
Here I have to fetch data. So I am going to do a read operation. So I have mentioned, so read will work.
Okay.
And even I can write on this. So I have mentioned read.
Okay.
Or in another way, you can say that before writing, I have to check whether this record exists or not. So how will check? I have to go and read whether this record is there or not.
Okay.
Right? So only I have to write only, but I need this to check whether this record exists or not. So I will do I and A. So I will help me to do a read to check whether that record exists or not, and A will write. If like in a report or in a log file where I don't need to check whether record entry is done or not, right? So what I will do, I will say write only, no create sequence. So I will remove this and say oh, if I am sorry. Got it? So in this scenario, use I am blindly I will go and write it.
Okay.
That's it. I am least bothered whether that already whatever I am going to write it's there in database or not. I am least bothered. I will just go and write in a log.
Okay.
Log what we do. The user entry, user whatever user is doing log is getting written, right? Blindly I am writing. I'm not checking whether already this entry was there or not, right? But like if I have to maintain an employee table, then I have to go and check whether already this employee ID is there or not before adding a new employee, right? So I need I to go and check that whether that employee is there or not, and then A will allow me to write and read both. Got it, right? End out. End out or clear?
Just repeat. First, read only arrival. First, that one. That
Yeah.
means it's the file it is opening in input mode
Yeah.
and it is not keyed.
Yeah. So how data was entered, the same way I will fetch.
Okay.
Another one is this is read only. I will only read the data, but it will be in keyed sequence. So I can use key fields and I can fetch it. Third one is I will go and only write into the file, like a log or printer or reports. I will be doing.
Okay. At that time, no need to do arrival sequence.
Nothing. When I am writing, then my arrival sequence. Reading only I need sequence, right? And here I will be checking. I mean read and write both. So I have given key. Even without key also you can do. I will remove key. Then it will be based on arrival sequence. You will be checking or you will be reading, and you will be writing. Still here no issue, right? Third one will be, I will say update delete and read also it will be. Oh sorry. When I will mention like this. Mm. And no, this will not be there. When I am mentioning U, then update and delete it will do, and obviously K is there, so key will be there. But read also it does. But read will lock record. Till here, read won't lock record. But if in a U mode, if you are doing a read, then system thinking that you are going to update this. Before updating, you wanted to make sure that this is the record I am going to update, because simply you cannot do update. Before update, we have to do a read operation. So it lock the record. So other person cannot come and update the same record. So read, in this case, read will lock the record and then update or delete will be done.
Okay. Or basically, if we say if we open a file in update mode, it will lock.
That's why when in our U mode, when we open, and I know that in this subroutine or in this section I am not going to update or delete, then we will make sure that it should not lock. So we mentioned one other thing is this, that I will discuss later. But usually when in U mode, if you will open a file, it will lock the file. Now, but add will not work here. So what I will do, cd disconnected or what? So you go get it right. Different types of file, how we will define and we use in a program. It's not simply that any way I will go and declare it. Based on my usage, I will decide in file spec how my file will be opened. Yeah, yeah.
File addition.
Hmm?
File addition still small.
Yeah, tell me.
I mean, that's it all.
So I will copy it here. If I wanted to update it also, write also, I will mention A over here. So now in this scenario, it will be write, read, update, delete. So in this scenario, I can do everything. But in this one, I can do read, write, read, update, delete. In this one, I can read and write. In this one, only write. In this one, only read in keyed sequence. In this one, only read in arrival sequence. So keyed sequence I did not check for other. You can remove and it will work, right? Arrival sequence or keyed sequence. But mainly I focused after this on this one. How mode will be and this one A. Getting right? Or confused. So okay. Now okay. Let us do a little quiz here. If I wanted to, delete a record, how my file type will be? You. Right. If I wanted to, update and write the record.
Update and write a
Mhm.
A, U and A.
U and A. Because U I will mention, then update will do, and A will be write. Right. If I wanted to have only write in a printer files.
Oh.
If I wanted to write, but in normal database table, where I have to check whether record exists or not.
Record exists or not, then you have to read also.
So I and A,
I and A.
right?
I and A, okay.
Correct. If I wanted to have read, write, delete, update everything, then
U and A.
exactly. So these things are there. How you are going to open your file in which mode? Here, whenever my program will be called, file will be opened automatically. System will open for us. We have another option to open my file. Uh, Copy and paste it here. I will say here open file in user mode. User open. So what I will say here in a keyword, I will mention USROPN. Now system will not open file for me. I have to open. So when the moment this program will be called, in this scenario, automatically file will be opened. System will open for us, so no need to. But if I have mentioned in this one, then I have to open. Inside the CS spec, I have to go and I have to do open file name. And then at the end, I have to do close file.
Okay. So you're saying if that line is using on all the comments, all the lines written above will not open.
No, no, no. These files will be open. System will open for this file. But this file, I have to open.
This file, both are same file only, right?
No, I mean here this is a template. Like okay. No different, right? I just took, that's what I've created a template. Because if you, the file name was same, so when you will compile this program, you won't get compiled. Just kind of text I'm making. So this file will be opened by system, but this file we have to open.
And then we have to code it.
Yeah, I have to close and open, both I have to do it. So this is user open mode. Prefix and rename, two other keywords are also there. Couple of other keywords are also there. We'll discuss little later, not in that detail. So otherwise you will get confused. Another, how would my display file will be? Now, this display file, right? So suppose this DSP-F1 is my display file name. So here what will be? It will be a mode will be C. F will be there. Externally this type file will be there. There is no K in a display file. Key will not be there. But here it will be work STN. Work STN. So this is display file. This will be for simple record format. If it is a sub file, then here I have to mention a keyword called S file, and here I have to name sub file record format name. SFL REC1 suppose I have created, and there is another thing I have to mention RRN. That I will tell you what exactly RRN. Relative record number is RRN. So I will tell you little later what. This RRN number is nothing but a line number. How many records you will be displaying? Like 10 records I am displaying of line 1, line 2, line 3. So RRN. So RRN number. So this in this way we declare. So this will be applicable for, this is for window, this is for Windows file. Because the same way we are handling, right? So this is display file will be in this way. If you have to handle your program exceptions and all, I mean I won't tell you in detail, but like ESSR I will do.
Which parameter it will come?
Hmm?
Which parameter it will come?
INFSR. So in this way we will write INFSR, file information subroutine. So in keywords, in keywords. So all exception handling on a file we handle through this one way. There are a couple of ways. Percentage error and monitor and all those things are there. But one way of handling file exceptions through star PSSR.
This simply like model change in CL.
Yeah, kind of. But star PSSR then you have to write. This is a subroutine name. We have to write. So we'll write.
Lot of parameters inside.
No, I mean we have to just directly. This is a subroutine, so just directly we have to write that. Okay, this file name, and sometimes you will say that this file got exception or the got error. So user defined message displays, no. So we handle through this, right? Yeah. This is the file. I think we completed the file specification. Few things are there, but that as and when time will come, we'll learn. Otherwise, so many things will be there. So next is data specification. In data specification only, I will tell you now constant and standalone fields, variables, data structure array and all those things. I will take a separate class because for that you need some time. So, well, only constant and standalone I will tell you now. Normal variables, all normal variables will be defined here, and how it will be defined. Like suppose I am saying D variable 1, like how we are doing at CL, right? So here declaration type we have to write S. S for standalone. Standalone means this will be for this program. And in a to length, we have to mention the length. Like it is a character field, then I will type 10, and internal data type will be A. That's it. If variable 2 is a numeric, then here I will say S and 0. S for zone decimal. Have I explained you zone and pack decimal or not? I think we have discussed. Okay. In CL also, I think I have discussed in first or second class. Anyway, so here this will be a pack decimal and zone decimal. So, this is character. I can write here comment. Character. This is numeric zone. Here numeric pack. Like I have a date. Oh, sorry. If I have to display define the date, then I will say D. Date. I do. If I have to define the time, then I will do time. T. Date. Time. If I have to define a time stamp, then I can do Z. If I have to define a integer, then I can say like 10 integer. Right? Huh? So like this, we will be defining any number of types of variables are there. So a couple of, but most of the time we will be dealing with maximum this. So like that we can do it. If you want to initialize those variables, you can do ing. I will initialize with ABC. So here only I will say ABC. I will say that initialize with 0. So I will say 0. Like that you can do it. Yeah. Keywords. And here you just decimal position right justified, and here right justified. Okay. Apart from another is a constant. Here variables. How constant will be? I will say like upper. So here I will say C, and all uppercase character I will write here. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N. So wherever uppercase you need, you can use upper, or I can do in another like true false. True, I will define constant. So if y will be there, then actually I will tell you how it will be used. Wherever you have to compare with y, so instead of writing if variable 1 equal to y, I will decide if variable 1 equal to true. So instead of y, I will use the true. I will be like here I will say whenever n will be there, instead of n I will use a false. Or you can say alias. It's alias name of yeah. Why alias name is true. Now instead of doing a quote within quotes y, I will simply use that true. So this is the constant. Okay. Now in the DSpec we have arrays. There are three types of array, and we have a data structure. So I think that we will take tomorrow because that is going to take minimum 1 hour, 1 hour, 1.5 hours. Because array has a big concept.